Hey guys, so today we're going to learn a little bit about proportion, another principle of design. So let's check that out. So the relationship between objects in a work of art, how they compare to each other, and the work as a whole, good proportion creates harmony and balance in a work of art. So on the top here, it asks us to use the golden ratio. So the golden ratio is a mathematical ratio commonly found in nature, and the ratio is 1 to 1.618. That is when it is used in art and design, and it's just more appealing to the eye. So this golden ratio is created by taking a rectangle and adding a square inside another rectangle, and then this pattern is infinitely repeated inside the original rectangle. So the golden spiral can also be used to show good proportion. So up here we are going to do that. So the first thing we are going to do is we're going to draw a square. Now it does say for you to use a ruler, but I know not everyone has a ruler, so I'm going to do it without to show you that it can be done without a ruler as well. So I have this square as close to square as I can get it, and I'm going to draw a line down the middle, dividing it in half. Now, I'm going to draw a line from this point to this point, like this. Now I'm going to be dropping this diagonal this way. So we are going to drop it to create the bottom of a flat rectangle. So let's see. So I'm just going to use, I'll just use this like this. So I'm going to take this, do a little quick measurement, like there. There we go. So now, if I took this line and I dropped it, would be about there. I think I made it a little too long, probably more like that. So as I said, I'm just doing a rough estimate like that. And then I'm going to be closing up this to make a nice little rectangle like so. So this is our golden rectangle. So now that we are all done with that golden rectangle, we are moving on to standard and altered proportion. Now, in addition to laying out your work of art, proportion can refer to the relationship between objects in the work of art. So when using the golden spiral to create a work of art, the center of the spiral should hit the intended focus point. So for standard proportion, the object will appear to be correct in size and will compare to its surroundings. So their example is they have a bicycle, and it does not have to be this one, but I'm just drawing this out. It's actually bicycle that has more than one bike seat on it. That's kind of cool. Like so. Let's see, how can I make it so that it works here? I don't know how to draw a bicycle. That's my bicycle, guys. I don't know about that. There we go. And then on top of, I've got to draw some little thingamajigs like that. There we go. Then on top of my little bicycle, they have some little chickens. Those are my 3 little chickens. And you can see how it is the proportional to the bicycle. So if a chicken was actually sitting on top of a bike, it would be about that size. Now, for altered proportion, they show you a few different examples. So for this first one, they have this like saxophone, lovely musical instrument. Big old saxophone. Get some buttons in there. There you go. And then they have a tree sticking out of the saxophone, like so. Now, we all know that a tree cannot fit inside of a saxophone, right? So this is altered proportion, meaning that the tree is not really that size compared to the saxophone, but they just made it this size for their art piece. Then another example is a hot air balloon. Let's see. Hot air balloon like that. Hot air balloon. And a big old bumblebee on top of this hot air balloon. Now, I have not seen these killer hornets that they've been talking about, but I do not think that they are as big as a hot air balloon. They might be as big as, I don't know, some small rodents, but I do not think they're as big as a hot air balloon. So there is my bumblebee on top of a hot air balloon, and it looks like it's the same size, but we know that really it wouldn't be the same size, and they're just doing this to make an altered proportion for their artwork. Now coming back here, we want another one for standard proportion. So what else could you do? You could do, let's stick with that tree. We have a normal tree, right? And we can put a little chicken right underneath. And that is a standard proportion because there's a chicken is about that size, and there's a tree that is very, very big. Definitely not this size tree. So there we have it. So there are some different standard and altered proportions. All right, guys, you try it out. Good luck.